What's up everyone, WizardKen here with another Xbox 360 World of Tanks video. Today we're going to be doing another episode of First Impression. Now the tank we're going to be looking at today, as you can see, is the Tier 10 German Heavy, the Mouse. That's right guys, I finally unlocked this tank. Now some of you guys knew that already because I unlocked this tank during the live stream yesterday. I didn't have that much to go and a lot of you guys were like, go, do it, unlock it. And so I got to play it once yesterday during a team practice, but I didn't do the most amazing during that practice. I didn't really try to study the tank. I just went out there just to have some fun with it. And then I also played it once today with the bearded guys. We were doing a recording and we just wanted to take it out just to see what we could do with this tank and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm still really new with this tank. I haven't studied the armor on it. I haven't looked at the stats too much or anything like that. I've just glanced at things, but we're going to be doing all of that on this episode today. Now, if you guys want to skip to the battle, go ahead and do that. The button should be coming up right now and stuff like that. Other than that, we're going to be going over the stats if you want to stay for that. And also, we're going to be looking at the armor. We're not going to be like going in detail on the armor. We're just going to look at it and see what we like, what we don't like, and stuff like that. Also, I have a couple of announcements to talk about at the end of the video, so don't skip the end of the video once the battle's done. There's a couple things you guys need to know about the rest of this month and also next month, because I'm going to be going on vacation for like 2 weeks next month, and there's a couple things you guys need to know about that. So anyways, let's jump straight into the stats and talk about this thing. Alright guys, so let's go over the stats for the Mouse. So starting with the hit points, you have 3,000 hit points with this tank. That is a lot of hit points. From my understanding, this is the top hit point tank that has the most hit points on World of Tanks. I could be wrong about that, but still, even if it's not, 3,000 hit points is badass. Having 3,000 is amazing. I mean, in my IS4 having a decent amount of hit points, or some of my other tanks that have a decent amount of hit points, I last a long time. Having 3,000 is just going to just extend my life in the battlefield. Now, don't sit there and think just because you have 3,000 hit points that you can't die. Remember, the first week this tank came out, a lot of people sat there and thought that they were invincible. They had a lot of armor on this tank, and then they also had a lot of hit points, but they were dying left and right because they didn't use this tank properly. You need to use the armor to your advantage, the rear mounted turret to your advantage, you know, side scraping, stuff like that. Don't get, you know, overconfident that you are going to be the badass. Now, you are going to be pretty nasty in the field, just don't be overconfident with it, you know, just don't go out there and be a Rambo kind of thing. Because some of the other problems that you have with this tank so far is the speed. 20 kilometers per hour. I mean, that's just an arty love shell there. I know when I see this thing out in the field and I'm artillery, this is the tank that I go after. Even if I'm a normal tank, I will track this thing just so artillery has a chance to be able to hit it even easier. And I will devastate a Mouse pretty quickly, especially when I'm in my 58, my Bactilian 155-58 with that autoloader. I might not kill it, but I'm going to knock it down a lot. And if somebody tracks it, it's just going to be more devastating. And with people like Bubba who have the Tier 9 American tank or the T92, this thing can get hit hard, very hard. So you got to be careful. You're not, you know, Rambo. Make sure you play this tank carefully. Now, the whole armor on this tank is 200 on the front, 185 on the side, and 160 on the rear. That's a really good amount of armor. You know, it's pretty much like the same on the VK4502B, you know, having the 200 armor on it. So it's going to be pretty badass. And I believe the lower plate is also 200 thickness on there. So that's why some of you guys, when you shoot at this thing, you just bounce, because it's just a very devastating armor on this thing. Now, the turret armor on this thing is 240 on the front, 210 on the side, and 210 on the rear. So this turret is definitely a badass turret. You have so much armor on this thing, it's not even funny. You know, when this thing came out on the PC, a lot of people were pissed off with it because it was just a very OP tank. Now they have made some adjustments to it and stuff like that, but still, it is pretty OP if you have this, if this tank is in the right hands. You know, the right player is playing it, they're using it properly and stuff like that. You can be very, very nasty. Now, the gun on this thing, that is one thing I forgot to write down, which is terrible of me, is the 12-8. And I should have remembered that because it was the same thing as the waffle. Now, that you have the 12-8 centimeter on this thing, and it has a rate of fire of 4.03. So you're going to get 4 rounds. You're not going to get any more than that, even with the best crew and stuff like that. You might be able to get it to 4.5 rounds a minute, but the thing is pretty much 4 rounds in a minute. So you need to be careful on that. You are a little slow on reloading. Now, the penetration, though, on this thing is 246. That is nasty. You're going to be able to pen pretty much anything out there. You're still going to have to aim properly, hit those lower plates, you know, hit weak spots on tanks to make sure that you do penetrate. But majority of the time, you're going to be nasty with this tank. You're going to be able to shoot pretty much anywhere on most tanks and destroy them. Like I said, you still have to be careful. There are still going to be, like the T110E3, you're still going to have to be careful in where you shoot him. You're not going to be able to shoot him in the front and be like, you know, that upper plate and be like, oh, I'm going to pin you. No, he's probably going to bounce it, just because of the way the armor's angled and stuff like that, even when it's facing you. But that lower plate, definitely up for grabs, and stuff like that. Now, the damage on this thing, 490. Now, you would think, hopefully, you would have more than that, but it's not. It doesn't get the 15 centimeter like you get on the E100, which kind of is a downfall for this tank. I wish you could get the 15 centimeter on here so you could do a little bit more damage. And plus, use premium rounds to make up for the lack of penetration that the 15 loses. And that's what most people run on the E100. But we do have still an amazing penetrating gun, and the damage is still not bad. 490 is not bad. I just wish you could either have a little bit more damage than that, or the rate of fire to go up. So, but whatever. Anyways, let's move along to the armor on this thing. And we're, like I said, we're just going to go over the armor. I haven't looked at all the weak spots and stuff like that. We're just going to try to see if we can find them ourselves and what I feel are good spots on this thing. Alrighty guys, so let's talk about the armor on this tank. We're going to start in the front, and we're going to look at this lower plate. Pretty much no lower plate is existing here. Pretty badass looking. You can see that the tracks are pretty covered here. You have spaced armor all around this thing. It is just... I don't even know how to explain it. It's like the Goliath of tanks. It really, really is. It's just very well armored, but even Goliath... you know, died eventually in the Bible story and stuff like that, from a very, you know, small rock and stuff. And pretty much that's how you have to think of this tank, is that even the smallest tank could probably take you out if they use their mobility and stuff like that, right? But look at this lower plate. It is just very, very small spot. And I do aim there with other tanks. You know, if I have the accuracy to do it, like my Panzer Tier 9, or not Panzer, Waffle Tier 9, or even the E100 Waffle E100, I do shoot at that lower plate because I can penetrate it pretty easily and stuff. But if he angles this thing like we're doing with the camera right here, it becomes very, very, very hard to hit and stuff like that. The upper plane, or the upper glacis, is very angled, as you can see from a side view. Very, very angled, and so far when I've taken it out, I've bounced a lot with this thing. It is, even though it's 200 and there are tier 10s that can penetrate, all you got to do is angle a little bit and you're going to be screwing up them being able to penetrate you there and stuff like that. So, as we can see right here, there is a driver port right there in the very front, and it's very small. I haven't been hit there yet to tell you if my driver's been knocked out or anything like that. Couldn't tell you on that one, but it's very, very small port, so pretty much no one's going to shoot there. We could see that there is a bit of armor that is, let's look at the front a little bit better, that is protecting the area that is under the turret ring right there. You can see that angled armor right there. Now, I don't know if that is very thick or not. I'm going to guess the way I'm looking at it right now, it is pretty thick. That looks pretty thick. That might even be 200 there. So it looks like your turret ring is going to be pretty protected right there and stuff like that. Now, I have been penned on the side of the turret. Well, in the front of the turret right here. It says that, you know, we have 240 thickness of armor, but I'm thinking that's like the gun mantle area kind of thing. And then these side cheeks might be actually 210. So that's probably why we're able to get penned there. It is very well rounded shaped, if we could see from the sides and stuff, but I have seen tanks pen there. I have been penned there before and stuff. Now, moving up above there, you can also see that gunner viewport. I'm guessing that's what that is the gunner viewport up there. That's another weak spot that I've been shot at and knocked out, just like on the E100 and stuff, and the Og Panzer E100, so you need to watch out for that. But it's still a small spot. There's not a lot of areas that you would think you'd be able to penetrate very easily on this, but people, you know, magically do still pen you in those spots. They could be using premium rounds to be able to penetrate even more, because there are some guns that definitely penetrate over 240 when they're using premium rounds and stuff like that. Now the sides, as you can see, are straight up and down, but look at this. I mean, still, you have 185 on the side of the hull, and you have this spaced armor there. Now, I don't know if the spaced armor is actually 185 plus the inner wall or what. I'm not sure on that. I'm going to say it probably is. If we look at the back end here, bottom left corner, you can see that is thick right there. So I'm going to guess that this spaced armor is the 185 that they were talking about. But it is straight up and down. So anything that can, you know, penetrate over 185 will pen the side of this thing. But it's pretty well protected. Plus, they're going to have to get through the tracks too. So I've been shot in the side, and I've gotten mostly tracked. I haven't been really damaged too much. Now, the side of the turret moving up to there is 210, and that is, if we look in the front, is angled a little bit. When I fight against this tank, I have shot it in the side, and I've, you know, pretty much penetrated every single time in the turret, but I have bounced a couple times, so that could happen. Looking at the rear, that's pretty angled in the back too. I mean, we're looking at 160 on the hull and 210 on the back of this thing. But like I said, I have bounced the back of this turret, and I was just like, why did I bounce that? But it was because so much armor's there. So I always shoot this thing in the back when I'm going against it. So protect your back end. And of course, this side is exactly like the other side. So, but not a bad looking tank at all. I'm like super excited. If you haven't noticed in my voice. But anyways, let's take this thing out and see what we do on our battle. Alrighty guys, so we're on Erlenberg Encounter Battle. We're going to be going against just a couple of tier 10s, mostly tier 9s, and a couple tier 8s are going to be here. So we do have another mouse to worry about, T110 E3 to worry about, but only one artillery. So I'm kind of happy about that. I'm kind of worried about making it across the road over here, because I think I'm not going to make it in time. I don't think so. Now, I'm sorry also that I didn't talk about the traverse speed and stuff like that. As you can see, the turret moves decently, but it's not very, very quick at those little mediums and stuff like that, especially the back chat gets beside you. You're just, there's nothing you can do about it. The traverse right now on the actual tracks, I know we're going uphill and stuff, but look at this thing. That is just slow as hell. Look at that thing. That is just slow. And of course, the enemy team is already on the flag, trying to cap this thing right off the bat. Anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for coming out and watching this video. It really helps me out a lot. I appreciate it so much. I want to welcome all the new subscribers, and plus the old subscribers that have been here for so long and stuff like that. Some of you guys have been here since I started YouTube, and I want to just thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting me and stuff. You guys are amazing, so thank you so much for that. Alrighty, so getting back to the game, looks like a good amount of their team is going to be holding up in that castle, which I felt was going to happen. Another reason why I didn't really want to get up there, that castle is really an OP spot to sit. It's very hard for artillery to shoot anybody there. It really is. You know, on this side we do get the hill, but to be honest with you, this doesn't work out very well unless the enemy team wants to come over and attack us. Majority of the time, they don't want to come out and attack us. So, I'm sorry if my game skips a little bit. For some reason, I've just been having problems, not with the internet or with Xbox Live, but I've been having problems with just the Xbox loading in all the data and stuff like that. And I'm actually going to be making a video about the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One very soon, because I actually got to talk to some MLG players that play World of Tanks professionally on the MLG circuit, and it was very awesome to be able to talk to them. They were cool to answering my questions about what they thought about the 360 and everything else, and it was a lot of fun. I thought it was very, very cool the way they answered things and stuff like that. So I'll be making that video sometime this week. Anyways, wow, this is just terrible. I have no support to go across and get to the city where I want to get. Our other side has fallen, and I just don't know what to do. To be honest with you, I really don't. There's not much I can do. I'm pretty sure TDs are set up here on this hill, and rightly so. I would be sitting there, and then there's probably other tanks over here setting up. We do have a TD over there, whatever that thing is. Probably not going to be able to tell what it is at this moment, but you know what, we're going to chance our luck at going across and getting to this part of the town. Hopefully we can make it over there, and we can use the buildings for protection and stuff like that. Hopefully this medium tank will also come with me. My problem is if this guy's going to see me or not, the Lorraine going across this way. This is not an ideal situation you want to be in the mouse. This is kind of like what I was talking about earlier, me trying to Rambo it, but nobody else is doing anything. Nobody else is doing anything, and I'm just worried. I know I just repeated myself twice. Bleh. 2 times, and yeah, my commentary skills are just going out the window. As this time, you know, the battle goes on, my commentary skills are just going straight out the window. Well, let's see what happens. Well, unfortunately, we've already been spotted. By what? I don't know. Somebody just shot at me from right there. Don't know who it is. But they were not able to penetrate. There's another shot. There is the artillery. And I did spot him. So, I don't know who this is over here shooting at me, but it's somebody that has great line of sight. They have a better view range than I do. Oh, somebody, whoever it is, they do not have a lot of armor. But then again, we do have a good amount of penetration with this tank. So, if we go out there, the problem I foresee... T-54, okay. Problem I foresee going out there is that I'm going to be seen by those TDs that are possibly up on the hill, which I do not want that to happen at all. I do not want that to happen at all. Now, they might even be able to see me from here, and that's not good either. This is very, very bad situation to be in. Now, their team is definitely pushing that other side. I only see the one TD, and the other one died. So, the rest of them must be up here somewhere. They got to be up here somewhere. We're going to repair the gun, because I want to have as much accuracy as possible with this gun. T-54 is right there. And I missed. I'm going to try to pin him. Gonna try to do it. Well, there goes my medium. There goes my medium tank. And now I have to worry about Artie trying for me. And I missed, probably. Pretty sure artillery's gonna go for me next. And I'm trying to get off this building a little bit. Yeah, this is just not gonna be a good game for me. And my gun is delaying like crazy. Unfortunately, like I said, my Xbox is acting weird, or something's going on between the Xbox and the data that I've gotten with this tank. And I bounced it. There's nothing I could do here. There's nothing I could do here. Going out there would be a terrible idea. Me going out there would be very, very, very bad. And this guy's just going to keep shooting at me, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just going to keep missing every single time, pretty much. The only thing I can hope for is to hit him right there. Maybe he'll back away, allow me to get moving forwards. But other than that, we are in a stalemate. I have no way of doing anything. My other heavy tanks are just terrible people that do not want to help me. I need help down here. I need some backup. I really do. There's nothing I can do here. I'm just gonna waste money doing this. All I'm doing. Wasting a ton of money. Yep. Thank you, artillery. So, that means artillery is on the other side. Alrighty, well, no idea what else to do here. Can't do much. There we go. Got a lucky hit in there. I don't know. This is such terrible teams. My guys are so focused with that flag instead of helping me sweep around the other way. And artillery was able to hit my driver. So let's back up just a little bit. Should be able to do something to this tank now. Yeah, we bounced it. Just wasting rounds now. Once again. Alright, well, we just shot kind of where when he did, so hopefully we can get reloaded in time. No, but he's just gonna keep tracking me. He's just getting ribbons. That's it. For doing what he's doing. I need a HE rounds, and I don't have any. Even the friggin' premium rounds would have worked, but I don't care for using that stuff that much. You know, I like being able to shoot with regular armor piercing rounds, and just trying my best to you kidding me? I think artillery's gonna try to take me out again, because I just saw him. He's near the city, so looks like we're gonna lose this one. Really does. Looks like our team's just full of dumbasses. I can't back away, if you guys were thinking of me doing that. Can't do that. If I back away, there's not much I can do. Yep, T-34s, no, T-54 is just going to keep spotting me. Nothing else I can do. He's just going to keep me over here the entire time. Yeah, there goes artillery again. Trying to hit me. And this sucks. This sucks. This really does. I've asked for help and nobody has come over here to help me. This is just totally bullshit. That's why I have to say this is just my team. Just total fail. Just total fail. Ridiculous. I'm doing exactly what I need to do, is try to get across and do this, but with no backup, no nothing. My team sat at the fucking hill the entire time. You know what? The hill is nice, but it doesn't mean that you're going to do amazing. Does not mean that you're going to be up there sniping everybody and getting all these amazing kills and shit like that. Does not mean that at all. You know, fuck this T-54. Make him come to me. Fuck this. God damn it, I missed. I have a shot on this guy, but I can't do anything. Now he's gone. He's disappeared. Alright, T-54, it's time to die. Time for you to die. I'm not gonna let these guys kill me. Fuck that shit. $6,000 in silver, 1,001 in experience points. Look at that. One of the best ones out there, just because all we could do is just sit there. That's all. That's all we could do. Fucking team. Terrible. Alrighty guys, well thank you for watching the first impression video on the tier 10 German heavy, the Mouse. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I did 3 friggin' battles on this to try to get a first impression video. The first battle, which you guys watched, was pretty much me sitting there doing nothing. Sitting there doing a goddamn nothing thing because I needed backup. That is one thing the Mouse really needs, is it needs a good spotter somewhere, or some other person to come around and help him out. You know, I just don't have the maneuverability to get out there in the open, you know, sacrifice maybe a hit point or two here, you know, with a fast tank and be able to overtake the enemy that I wanted to get to. But here, I would have been out in the open so dead so quickly, wouldn't be funny. So, but luckily I got a draw on that one. The second map, you know, I had 3 or 4 guys go with me on steps to the, if you're looking at the map, the left side, I believe it's the A area where all the big massive like mountain facings and rocks are at, and went over there. Of course, all those guys ran out there and fucking got blown up like right away. I don't know if I'm going to add that into the video or not, just so you guys could see how crappy they were and stuff like that. But I might add that in there. I don't know, just so you guys could see me bouncing some shots and stuff. Alright, finally my fucking internet is back. Why the fuck am I getting so much shitty internet? I don't know what it is. I really don't know why the hell I'm getting shitty internet. Ugh. I was just trying to look while I was driving what the fuck was going on, but... Alright, I'm gonna hit both of you bastards. You wanna stay out there in the open? That's cool with me. I'm gonna keep tracking your ass. And look, T110E3 is gonna be coming to see if he wants to challenge me. You know what? I'm gonna sit up for your ass, you son of a bitch. What is... Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Like, our team is failing that bad on this side. Yeah, you just ate a whole bunch. Alright, so, best thing for me to do is get the fuck out of here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Fucking ran into a bad spot. God damn it. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. Love you, team. You're fucking idiots. And then the third map, pretty much, it was Abby. I went down the water line like I usually do. I encountered one bad guy. That was it. The rest of their team went the other side, near that mountain pass area kind of thing. And pretty much what happened there was they took that side, and I got on their flag, and I just sat there because they were at our flag, and there was like barely anybody back there to even do anything. So I capped the flag. That's how I won. So, but to be honest with you, I do like this tank a lot. Even though, like I said, the battle you guys watch is not the greatest at all. But you did get to see me just bounce the entire time, except for the artillery and that one shot that I think the T-54 hit me. I can't remember. But I pretty much lost my life to artillery. Like I said, artillery can be nasty to you. And if you don't have the support, I'm not going to go out there and get myself killed. And that's exactly what I did. I made sure the enemy didn't win. We didn't win. But hey, that's fine with me. I'll take a draw any day in that sense. Especially if I'm the last one alive. And they were frantically trying to find me. Which is kind of funny because they knew where I was the entire fucking time. Which is very funny. Anyways, so the two announcements. Well, pretty much there's the same one. One, the rest of June we're going to be, starting on our Jagdpanzer E100 as soon as I get a chance. I'm going to be doing a review on this tank probably next week once I've had some time to play this thing. I'm going to be doing a review on the 112, the T-343, and also the Type 64 on the Japanese tanks. Let me just clear the filters so I can make sure I'm talking yeah, about the right tanks. Yeah, okay. So we're going to be doing reviews on these tanks and stuff like that. Also, I'm going to be really building up a lot of video gameplay and stuff like that from here on out, because in July I have a 2-week vacation. The first week and second week I'm going to be spending with my kids that live in a different state, so I'm going to be going out there and having as much fun as I can with them. It's going to be a lot of fun for me to take a break for a little bit, not from this, but from work and stuff. But the thing that sucks is I can't record when I'm out there. But I will have tons of videos saved up, and I will be uploading at least every other day. I should be able to do it every day, but it depends on how many videos I can get built up during that time. So I leave on like July 3rd, and I probably won't be back until like the 22nd or something like that. I don't know. Somewhere in there. But I won't be doing any live streaming, so I just want to let you guys know about that. So, anyways, but don't worry, I'll be back. I will have plenty of content for you guys and stuff like that. I just won't be able to live stream and stuff. I will still be playing because I always take my Xbox. I always take my Xbox with me on vacation, especially when I go back to visit my kids and stuff like that. Because when they go to sleep, I usually try to jump on and play at Bubba's house and stuff like that. So, and he has an extra TV that I can use and stuff. So, but anyways, guys, I'm WizardKen. I am so sorry about the way that these battles turned out, but don't worry. I have plenty of time to make better battles and stuff like that and videos to really show off this tank a lot more. It's just you know, luck of the draw with the teams. My team just was shit. And it's not the first time I had this problem today. Me and the beard guys, you know, we sat down and we tried to play, and pretty much it was just me and him at the end of most games, just trying to take on a lot of stuff. And I don't want to spoil anything, but the one game I did with the mouse with him, we were devastating everybody. It was just me and him and the artillery left on our team, and eventually it just came down to me finishing off the last guy and stuff like that. It was a very good battle, but I'll put that up probably later on. So anyways, I'm WizardKen. Until next time,